Welcome back to In Deep with Indy, the space where real conversations meet healing, truth, and transformation. Today's episode is a special one because I don't just have one guest in the studio. I have two best friends who are walking very different paths in life, yet share the bond of brotherhood. One is navigating the journey of marriage, and the other is thriving in singlehood. We're diving deep into love, friendship, manhood, and how their different life choices shape their perspectives. This is going to be good. So I have a couple of intros.
Okay.
Because I have to, introduce you guys.
All right, let's go.
So first we have Kenny. Born in Nashville, raised in Flint, and now a logistics manager who has literally built his department from the ground up. Kenny is a husband, a tech lover, and someone passionate about cars, guns, and now videography as he learns to support his wife's creative journey. Then
That's sweet.
we have Andre. I was going to say your last name, but it's my last name. Y'all going to have to guess. An entrepreneur, creative, and world traveler. You may recognize him from reality shows like OWN's Put a Ring on It and Peacock's Queen's Court. He's also a host of the Love Yourself podcast and the owner of a traveling paint and sip business.
Yeah.
Andre has a unique story of leaving Kentucky, moving for love, and building new chapters here in Nashville. Together, two friends, two different walks of life. Let's get into it. How y'all doing today?
That was beautiful.
How you doing, Andy?
That was beautiful. I'll tell you that.
That was great.
I almost got emotional just listening to all that whole situation. Yeah.
But
I'm ready though.
Thank you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm digging it. I did good.
Yeah, you did real good.
Okay, but let's get into it. Okay, so how did you two meet and build your bond?
I'll let you do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So we met at our current job with, I don't know if I should say the company.
No, we ain't gonna let you.
You don't have people.
It's okay.
We met at our current job. Basically, I started a little bit before him, but as soon as we met, we hit it off. With us being the minority
Correct
at our,
term. Yeah.
in our field of work. So we kind of hit it off, and from there, I mean, it's got a solid bond.
Yeah. And you could tell that this is his first time. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to break that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all good. We're going to lose ship. No, you're doing perfect.
You're good. He said, what am I doing wrong?
He
No,
said,
you're good.
You're great.
We just,
But so I seen Kenny, and I was like, it's another black guy out here with me. I feel safer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's tough. I mean, we work in a construction field, so it's not a lot of us walking around. So we chopped it up a couple of times. I found out his hobbies, who he was, and got to know him over the years. And here we are now. Got invited to, speak with you, and that's kind of like how it worked out.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to point out something. I said best friends. Did I say the wrong thing?
No, you fine.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you. You start laughing. I'm like, brothers. Friends, cousins,
Right. All the things.
Yeah, okay.
All of them.
Okay.
All of the above.
Cool. What's the biggest lessons you've learned from each other?
Oh, can I go? I'm gonna go on this.
Go ahead, yeah.
I learned a lot from Kenny when it comes to relationships, and the way he made the relationship, how he chose the person. Like he said, it was an easy choice when we were talking before we got on, and I wish that was for me. I wish I had that easy choice. And when I see them work, be together and interact, I'm like, I can tell why he did what he did. So he's really inspiring to me, even though I never told him that specifically. But today, he inspires me to have what he has in the current state.
What have I learned from Dre?
It could be good or bad, Kenny. I'm just saying.
Let it out, man. I got you.
No, I have learned a lot from Dre. I think the biggest thing was my way of thinking about certain things, because he kind of breaks down and analyzes more than I do. So something could have happened at, whether it was work or outside of work or something like that, and he would look at it in a different way than I would. With me, I'm real chill, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, I don't look at things the same way other people do. It's not a big deal, nothing like that. But Dre, he'll put it into perspective and be like, no, you probably should feel a way about it because this, and that, you know. So I say his way of thinking about stuff, and yeah.
Oh, so he's like the logic.
Yeah, I like to be in that art background. I think outside the box.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you see it one way, like my current temperature right now with, you know, Charlie Kirk and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I talked to, you know, young black men on the site, and we were just like, well, I don't see privilege. And I was like, well, that's crazy. As a black man, you're the 1% on this job. You don't think that's by coincidence. And I just try to, you know, orchestrate a perspective to where they can just see it. I'm not correct all the time. I don't know everything, but I just want to open people's minds to what's really going on if you don't think it's really affecting you.
I like that. Oh, just to let y'all know, these are easy questions. So, how do you hold each other accountable as men?
Whew, these are easy questions, and then that's what you come out with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so being a certain age, I've learned when I was in my 20s, men didn't hold each other accountable like that. They'd be like, "I'm not in it. It's just between y'all two." Mm-hmm. But now at 43, it's like, bro, I don't need your opinion, but you're wrong. You're loud. You're this. You might have this. Basically, truth, honesty, and it's not more of like you trying to confront somebody with that. You're more just trying to educate. You know what I'm saying? Give them perspective. You're not, you know, trying to put them on the cross and be like, you're a terrible person. You're a great person. You just might want to tweak this. So honesty is the answer for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, when you say hold each other accountable, you talking about me
with
and him
anything, like, of course, yes, you and him, but I know your wife because she's my friend. Yeah. We talk a lot. I know I get on your nerve. It's okay. Sorry, Kenny. Every time I know she be like, "This is Andy. Hey, Andy. Like, what you on the phone for again?" Y'all just left each other. Don't do that. But I know that she did tell me, you know, she was like, you are big on when your guys are in a relationship, like the people around you, and you see them doing something, you like, hey, yo, bro, don't do that. Yeah. Or you tell them, like, you know, buy her some flowers, take her out. Yeah. You encourage things like that for them to be a good man. Mm-hmm. So outside of that, how do you hold each other accountable as men?
Outside of those things, really it is mostly those things. Really about integrity, you know, making sure they keep their integrity intact. Yeah. And, you know, do what's right when nobody's looking and all of that. As far as my guys, like when they, you know, telling me about their relationships or their girls and all of that, asking me for advice, in my opinion, if I'm giving advice, you're asking me for advice. I'm not, you know, giving you advice just to give it to you. You're asking me. I don't usually talk unless I'm asked a question. But
facts.
But so if I'm giving you advice, I expect you to kind of at least take a little bit of that advice. So when my guys, you know, my friends, they ask me for advice, but they do the complete opposite, you know, I got to check them on that because that's not what we talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you asked me. That's not what I told you. You know, kind of just check them.
You gotta check Andre a lot.
Yeah. Not a lot. No, not a lot. I have, but not a lot. Not as much as anybody would think.
I think our relationship, as far as, you know, when we checking, I'm open to advice. But that once again, that comes with a certain age and understanding that you don't know everything. So from his perspective, he may see something that I don't see. And also that my job is a safety, you know what I'm saying, manager. I have to see all, you know, I have to see the whole spectrum. I have to see the whole board. And I'm not always going to be right, and I don't know always everything. So it's always good to have somebody that's always going to tell you the truth, like Kenny.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. So you said something about y'all's relationship, friendship. What's a funny story that kind of will tell your friendship? Like, if you had to tell a funny story, what would tell it? It's just off the back. Sorry.
No, you know what? I'm going to let Kenny take this one while I pick. Because I got several, but I want to pick the right one.
Let me see.
Take your time.
Yeah. It's a few of them.
I do a lot of crazy stuff, and I say a lot of wild stuff while I'm at, work or we're at the cigar lounge and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I say a lot of wild stuff.
Okay,
a few
cigar
words.
lounges.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his thing.
You don't go there?
I mean, I've been there, but it's not really.
Well, it's funky in those lounges.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Which one y'all go to? The Chris?
Casa Monte Cristo, and I hope you caught that on camera, the eye drop. If you didn't, there's another part two on that one. But yeah, go ahead, Kenny.
I'll say I can't really pinpoint one, but I mean Dre is a character.
I can tell.
He's a character. He's a funny dude. Like he's just he makes situations lighter than what they seem, even when they are serious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all I mean, I don't know.
No words.
I don't know.
No words.
It's okay.
And that's okay. I mean, but I am that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna walk in it. As far as him, we talk about, I'll tell this is work. So how I knew about Kenny is how Kenny never really like he says, he didn't speak unless he's spoken to. But sometimes he still don't have no words even when he's spoken to. He'll be like, "What's up, Kenny?" Blah, blah. He'll be like, yeah. Kenny, those were not words.
What was that?
All right, what was that? He'd be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did he do? A lull. All right, it was a lull. A lull. Kenny, they took a lull. They rent a big wheel. I don't know if you know what a lull is, but it's like a big crane thing. Any which way, I've never seen a wheel get busted. It's the side. This dude right here and another guy got the wheel off of this lull. And if you ever know, look it up when you get off of here, all right?
Yeah, because I don't know if you're saying law or lull.
Law. I'm country.
Like low, like
lull.
Lull.
Yeah, I'm country too, so I probably would, put 2 U's and 3 L's.
From Kentucky,
Come on now, watch out now. But he and how he handled it, it was very nonchalant, even though it was probably with like a $3,000 type of situation, being that these guys, it's 3 young guys, black, that are on this $1 million project, and they injure or take out this whole law situation. They did not know how serious of a thing it was. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. This is how we met. You guys don't understand that this doesn't happen, that we have guys that are under 25 working on a multi-million-dollar contract. Mm-hmm. And I pulled them onto the side like I was their dad. All right. And I was like, y'all need to fucking get this figured out. Excuse the French. But
no, you're fine.
I was like, y'all need to figure it out and understand that this is a serious thing, and y'all have been blessed to be put in this position. So me, even though I'm funny when it comes to work and having these guys in a position of success, I'm very serious and very passionate. And that's probably how the first way we came to meet is me being like, you got a place, take it, earn it, and go further with it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. Well, another easy question. This is for you, Kenny.
I don't like this one at all.
No, it's really easy. We're still on your careers.
All right, cool.
So you built your logistic career from the ground up. What discipline did that take?
What discipline? Mm-hmm. Just trying to basically. So with this company that we're on right now, they didn't have a logistics department at all. Like it was just non-existent. So when I came, I just started trying stuff, see what would work, kind of like trial and error. And eventually I had a, what is the word I'm looking for?
It is a word, though.
It is a word.
It is a word.
It is a word.
It is a word. Okay.
No, I came up with an idea.
There it is.
Basically, and it stuck. And so from that idea, I just continued building.
Yeah.
And then to the point where I am now, which I'm still building. I'm still coming up with new things. I'm still in these meetings with the owner of the company and the higher up managers and all of that, trying to build things for this logistics department. The discipline that it took was just for me to lock in, basically. Before coming to this company, I was at FedEx, and I was still doing logistics, but it's a totally different realm than construction logistics. Yeah. FedEx is moving boxes. Construction is construction. So, and I had no construction background before coming to this company.
Right.
So, I just had to lock in. Basically, that's That's the only way I could put it. I locked in and I just started teaching myself stuff and just observing.
Okay. What keeps you motivated in your field?
I almost said the money, but
That's
but
why
That
I
too.
feel like that's what
Yeah,
you was
yeah,
gonna say.
That too. I
but,
would say that.
what keeps me motivated is I genuinely enjoy it. Like I genuinely love going to work, and I love my team that I have. I just genuinely love knowing what I do every day at work is what propels the job site to go further. Because without logistics, a lot of stuff, the job site will be at a standstill sometimes without logistics because they're not getting their material. The guys aren't doing what they need to be doing.
Right.
My warehouses aren't pushing out material to the job sites like they should be. So without all that, it would just be nothing. I mean, honestly, it would just be, and then without safety also, but
Right. Let's not forget the safety part.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I ask a lot of questions. I have meanings behind my questions. So your answer is something that people can put to life. Lock in.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things. Learning, putting your mind to something, and then also whatever you're doing, you're serving in a certain way because we were all put here to serve in some type of way. So I know it's like, why is she asking me these questions? But your answers are deep. You just got to look at it in different perspectives. FYI.
Yeah.
Just to, thinking outside the box.
Okay.
Yeah. Analyzation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dre, from Kentucky to ATL to Nashville, you've lived a lot of lives.
I have.
What shaped you the most?
Ooh, what shaped me?
That's an easy question.
The most. It is. My mother and my father and their relationship. My dad went to prison. My mom was a single parent. I was the firstborn, so I had to take a lot of those roles as the oldest. And they follow you and also kind of haunt you all the way up until now. So unless you control those demons, you can't find the structure necessary to, or the courage to face them. Luckily, I don't have those issues. And I was just talking to my brother today as I was dealing with those, and I was just telling him about our past. I said, none of that has affected me now as a grown man. I don't let that because I got my own 2 feet. So my parents, they're the ones that, yeah.
That's dope. You said something about being the firstborn, so you took on a lot.
Yeah.
And then, having to face those demons that came with it, so you overcame them so that you didn't bring it.
I didn't
to
bring
the
it.
present now.
Yeah, like my dad was a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like I worked in a lot of fields. I used to work in a mental hospital, and I would tell these guys, "Hey, what you went through and what your parents did, and not you. Once you come out that, back into the world, it's all on you now.
Yeah.
You can't use your parents as an excuse anymore. You're grown up. You're a kid or whatever you are. You're a teenager. Your decisions are your decisions. So once I figured that out, it made and learn. And the thing is, I would like to tell any grown man or any person, once you learn to accept what's going on in life, like, oh, I had a part to play in it, it's easier for you to move forward on that.
Right.
So I've learned that early in life, and anything that happens, either I accept it or was a part of it, and if I can change it, then I'll do that.
I like that. What was it like being on Put a Ring on It in Queens Court?
Okay. Put a Ring on It was my first show that I was on when I moved to Atlanta. And I actually lost a girlfriend doing that show because she thought I was going to put a ring on it. And I was like, you can't fall in love with somebody in 30 minutes. So that's ridiculous because that's show business. But, I didn't really listen to her emotions as well. But at the same time, as a person, as an entrepreneur, I was trying to get in there. But to answer your question, it was cool. It was fun. It was exciting. I learned to be on camera. I did shut the studio down for about 30 minutes because we did it during COVID. And I spoke to the owner of the place, and they was like, "You're not supposed to talk to her." So they had to shut it down, and everybody had to go get retested, and that cut my date to an hour to 30 minutes. But that was a good experience. Queens Court, that was with K. Michelle, Lisa Ray, and Delicious. That was dope. And that first show got me ready for the second one. So if you ever watch it, if anybody ever has time to see it, you'll see me always close to K. Michelle because I learned my lesson in the first show. Always stay by the people where the camera's gonna be at so you can see, be seen the whole time. But the best thing that ever happened in that show was the guys. I've never been around a group of men that supported other men, and we wanted to make sure that show wasn't trashy. It wasn't other men belittling other grown men and men of color. And that was the best experience. It changed my life. It changed my whole outlook on how to be successful. And now I can be on camera and not be like, so I'm ready for camera. I'm camera ready. And that experience, I'll take that for the rest of my life.
I love it. What's the biggest lesson from reality TV versus real life?
Easy questions.
Easy questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
right,
I gotta say
right.
that this is all easy.
You know it's not easy when you have to go like, what is that? That everything in life is a show and we're all playing characters. And you get to choose the character that you want to play, and people don't understand that. That was a mic drop moment.
That was a mic
was
drop.
deep.
So you got to break that down.
Basically, when you get into the show, like what people like, and there's always women, always. I've never had a guy be like, "Hey, bro, you didn't find love." You know what I'm saying? No dude has ever said that in the last 2 years. It's always women. So did you find love? And I'd be like, do you see her beside me? So obviously no. Why are you asking me this question? So those shows are pretend, and sometimes women can pretend, and sometimes women are there for business, which is what it was. I came in on a 50-50 love scale, being that I knew I get paid, but at the same time, if this happens, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And I learned to take that into the real world. Like, everybody's intentions aren't real intentions. And then you have to be able to decipher those intentions by saying, does she want a free meal? Does she just is she bored? Or is she going to do too much in a fast situation, meaning that she's going to want to be in a relationship within like 3 to 6 months? I don't even know you like that for real. You're a friend. You're not a wife yet. So, and that's a different time period. So I've learned all of that during that time span, and I just keep on building on that, on relationship advice.
Yeah, I agree. I was talking about the women these days and how they make it hard for women like me, because it's hard to decipher real and not real.
Right.
A lot of times women are just like, they're curious. Like, because when they're younger, I'm going to say when they're in their 20s. Now, I'm going to say my friend, your wife, she changed outlook, but she's rare. You get what I'm saying? But like women this young and in their 20s, especially if they're dating someone older, they're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Especially if you let's say you 30 something and she's in her early 20s. She's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then she's like it's an ego boost for her because she can get someone older.
Right.
And then you can't have y'all really ain't got nothing in common. It's going to be hard to have something in common with that. I mean, I feel like you possibly could, but there is small things. I
got something for you. I actually
do?
dated a 33-year-old, right?
Okay, so it's I'm saying
You're talking about young.
20s.
I've tried to holler at a 25-year-old, and they're different. You're right. She was like, well, my dad, that was your first mistake. All right? I'm not your dad. All right? So what your dad did, I'm not going to do. There's a lot of things that how your dad and I will show love. Like, your dad can't have sex with you. So he's going to have to show it through gifts and show it through protection and show it through that. I can only do protection, physical, and emotional, and all the other stuff. So there's a gap. And women are saying like, well, my dad did this. Well, I'm not your dad. That's the first part in moving forward. And I'm going to handle things differently. And I may not be, your dad might be 60, 70 years old. That means he had enough time to regulate, to operate, and figure out where he was fucking up. Yeah. I ain't got there yet. So I'm still working on me, and you're still working on you. So there has to be some grace in between that time period. So. Yeah.
And so what I'm saying to that point, you said 25, so she's still getting to know herself.
Right.
I feel like a woman doesn't know who she truly is until she's about 30. And I say that because it's a lot of, like, I have friends that are younger, and I don't call a lot of people friends, so I got about 5 people I'm talking about, okay? So I have friends that are younger, and then I have friends that are a little bit older than me. And they all have said the same thing. Either they're still trying to figure themselves out in their 20s. They're still like, oh, yeah, I'm going to date him because this looks fun. He looks like he can teach me something. He can buy me this, or, maybe hey, he's older, so I pulled it.
That sounds about right.
Or when you're 30 and you done been through some stuff in your 20s, and now you're like, ooh, I got an epiphany. I'm saying it right. So, oh dang, you know what? I don't like that. I figured this out. I don't like him. I know what I want. I know what makes me happy. One of my biggest things that I would tell to a man is ask a woman 5 things that make her happy outside of people, places, and things.
That's a good one.
And that's going to tell you if she knows who she is. And I tell men, like, the same thing. Like, do you know the 5 things that make you happy outside of people, places, and things? And you can't say anything about religion. You got to actually think hard on that. So you will know.
That question?
Huh?
Are you going to ask
I'm
us that question?
I'm not going to ask you guys that question.
I'm just saying because I'm ready.
That's something that's big. So I only spoke on that because when you was talking about the women and stuff. But yeah, you're right. Like nowadays, it's really hard to know. Like even with men, it's hard because I feel like after 6 months, I feel like a man knows his wife when he sees her. Point blank. Period. I really do, and I know that you're probably like, no, you feel it because after the first date, you're gonna know like maybe I can grow with her. I'm not saying that y'all have to be in a relationship, but you're gonna know like, darn, I can grow with her. After 6 months, you know if this is the person that you want in your life. Point blank. Period. Because it's like, oh yeah, this is someone that I can actually see myself with. This is someone that I can build with. And then you try it. Now it may come to a point after a year, you like, this ain't going nowhere. Now it's like, okay, let me go ahead and go. But a man knows what he wants. A man can feel it and he knows what he wants.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
So in that 6 months period, what I've learned, because most of that time, that's a real thing. 6 months, that's a real number, blah, 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 blah. So in that time, what men value most, in my opinion, is time and money. Now, that's an investment. So if I'm investing time with you and it don't work, then that's something that I lost. The difference between men and women when we lose that time, y'all might need a whole nother year. You might need a weight loss journey, a religion journey. You might bounce back. But men, we're going to go on to the next. And then with that thing, yeah, we will. I know you've probably done it in your younger career. Yeah. But the thing about it is women put that pressure of thinking that men need to know, but I'm 43. And at this time, I can know that. I do see that vision. But y'all are thinking like forever, and y'all say y'all don't. But that's kind of what you're at. We're not seeing forever. I'm looking at you like, I like you right now. Because just like the market, you may have this right here. You're still growing and you're still learning. So I need to see you in all seasons. And if I don't see that, then it's going to be an issue. If I see a pattern, that's not going to work for me. If we can't grow together, it's not going to work for me. Mm-hmm. So as a grown man, I'm going to sit here. I need to watch you. I need to learn you. And sometimes it's not questions. It's not answers right off the bat how you may want it because you think. Because think about it. You said it. If men know, we know we want to have sex with you in 6 months for the next 6 months. We don't know all the time that we want to be with you for forever in the next 6 months. We don't know that. That's my opinion.
I feel like, but I never said forever.
Right. But you also said, I feel.
I said a man knows his wife. I did say a man knows his wife when he sees her. I did say that. But I also stated that a man knows if he wants to be with someone within 6 months. I never said forever.
No, that's
because
true.
People grow, and I get that. Things change. The fun thing about if you are committed, first of all, if you're committed, then you're going to know, for one, you're not going to always like your person. That person is not going to always, like, you're never going to find someone just perfect. Right. You got 10 things that you write on the paper. If they check off the 7, you are lucky. Yeah. Let's be real.
I like 80-20 rule for me. 80-20.
80-20. 70-30, 80-20, whichever one. And it's like, if you look at it, it's like, what's the 3 things? Like, you check off 7, these 3 things. Is this something that we can compromise on? Is this something that I can actually deal with? Do I feel like this person can grow from this, right? Or with this? It's going to be seasons where you change. You're supposed to change.
Right.
And you may be like, man, dog, like, I really don't like you. But the fun part about it is getting to know them all over again. That's what keeps it fun. But it's also a point where I feel like if a man, you can't figure out in 6 months, like, oh, darn, you know what? commit to this. Let's commit. I'm not saying y'all gonna be together forever, but if you commit to something, there's no distractions. You only see that person. You can't give someone your all when you have to give pieces to everybody else. Even if it's one other person right there, like, oh, darn, I got to give this piece. So when you have a conversation with this person done pissed you off, guess what's going to happen? You're going to come back to this person, and it's going to affect that because it's going to rub off to them. They're going to be like, darn, how you doing today? Like, what's going on? You can't even commit to that. You're not going to be able to get to know someone when you're trying to get to know 2 or 3 other people or even one other person. That's where commitment comes in, and that's where you actually find your blessing. And that's the problem these days because people aren't able to commit. Everybody's like, oh, darn, I need this person and this person because I got to have an ego boost.
Kenny,
No.
You got anything on that one? Because I got some things to say on that one, but I'm going to let you jump on that.
Yeah, well, the way I feel about it these days, I've been married for the last couple of years, but and before that, I was with Nay before we got married. But before we even met, like, I noticed the reason I wanted to get married or the reason I had the thought, like, I think I'm ready to get married. Like, I'm tired of, hopping around and, people coming to me with their drama, me going to other people or, other women with my drama or anything like that. It's because I think most people can commit, but the day and age we live in right now is very social media fueled. And what they see on social media is what they want in real life. And it's not at all what it is. Mm-hmm. So they see all these celebrities or influencers, they got multiple relationships or they in poly and all of that. And that's what some people want, or some people want the lavish lifestyle, not really the love, but they want to look like they're in love. And I think that's a lot of what's having people not wanting to get married, not wanting to commit. Even right now, there's a big debate on whether or not, like, if you're with somebody, should you actually get married legally or should you just be together? I seen that around
that's
a few.
That's a big topic. Because women they're taking the bag and running.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because this didn't work.
Know.
Exactly.
Well, the ones that have money, they're not taking regular.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? YNs money.
You gotta have some bread.
You know what I'm
you gotta have
saying?
some bread, but
I'm just saying, it's a real thing,
Yeah, you gotta have some bread. But I feel like right now, there's not gonna be much of any like commitment in my generation or lower or younger. I don't think anybody is really gonna be getting married, or at least not that many people. And if they are, it's not based off love. It's kind of like a lust. They think they in love, they not sure, but they gonna get married because it might work out for them at that time. And it's just, I think that's where we at right now with it.
It just seems like your group is operating off of like high school love type of puppy love syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got my group, and I agree with most of what you're saying. I want to make sure I get that out there. But the other part, when you've seen enough, you can see patterns. And the one thing, I want to be married. I want to have kids. And me taking the time that I have to be 43, and then I find somebody that can have a kid and whatever, our life expectancy is like 75, 80. So I feel like, I'm saying, I hope all the young guys in here, you take note. I feel like I've done it the right way. And if he stays or whatever they go through, they stay. I feel like I've done it the right way, because if I have a kid, I don't want to go out to the club. I've done everything. I've done all the women I could possibly do. Could I do more? Yes, I could. All right. But I've done enough. And the thing about it is that women don't impress me. It's your personality and your character and the things that you bring. Can we build together? Because I'm looking for a friendship. That's the reason why I was saying I don't want to do the 6 month. Let's date. Let's actually date in the seasons. And that's not committed, but we're just dating, because what if something happens? We can still be friends. But when you start putting titles on it, it's a weight. It's an invisible weight. That's the part that, as a man, I feel. And also the last piece, now, give it back. At 40, women are rushing. They are rushing 3 months in. So what are we doing? We're dating. I just met you last week. You know what I'm saying? And just because the last guy that you met 8 years ago didn't do what he did, and now you 40 and now you want to rush, I'm not feeling that. I'm not him. But I can give you everything if you want, if you give me time and grace, because I've been through things too that you have never asked about.
Right. And that's also a lack because I feel like it's the entitlement. Women want men to ask them questions and to court them, but women have to come with something as well. I say myself, if y'all ever watch my podcast, I say it all the time, and I really don't have to say it because my actions show it, but the 1% where I understand. Okay. So it's like building a friendship is one of the biggest things, because if you are my best friend, I can promise you our relationship is going to be amazing. That means I have to see you for you. I have to understand you and you're good, you're bad, you're ugly. I have to understand you if you was to fall. I have to see these different, I'm going to say seasons of you. And I definitely 1,000% agree. So I do agree with that. I do agree with taking it slow and actually building something. And I also agree that marriage is not just based off of love, but off of business as well. And the reason why I say this is because you have to be able to build an empire with your partner.
Right.
Ain't no way in the world. Because one thing when relationships fail is finances. Mm-hmm. But as a woman, so as a man, there's two different parts. So you got the man. The man usually has like this amazing vision, but don't know how to bring it to life. Right. As a woman, I should be able to be like, okay, you know what, babe? I see your vision. Let me tell you what we can do. Yeah. And this is how I can assist you. And then if a woman has something going for herself, a man should be able to do the same. Right. But femininity is creative. It's creativity. So I have to be able to take exactly what you give me, and I have to be able to create something out of it. Mm. As a woman, you should be able to multiply as well. That's something that's big. If you give me 100, I'm not talking about a gift. I'm talking about, hey, babe, put this 100 to the side. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to make this 100 1,000.
Okay.
It's multiple.
You're checking boxes for me. That's all I'm saying. She's checking boxes. No big deal. See, she wasn't ready for that.
What?
All right.
So it's multiplying, so it's so many different things. Like, I know with the courting, like, I look at dates in a whole different way. I can cook. Kenny knows. I'm supposed to be coming to cook for them soon.
Yeah, waiting
Kenny
on that.
can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm cooking for them. So I'm like, this is the big thing. Like, let me cook. Let's actually sit down and just talk. Let's get to know each other. Let me talk about your past. Let me know your traumas. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not to trauma bond, but I'm gonna come to you with empathy and healing. Mm. So when there is something that triggers you and I see that that's a trigger and you don't know that that's the trigger, then I'm going to be like, hey, I feel like you triggered, babe. You good?
Right.
Let's talk about it.
People aren't really honest these days.
That's the problem. And that's another thing when it comes to honesty. As a man, if you want to cheat or if you want to have multiple people, you ain't even got to cheat. Just tell it. Be like, look, I ain't going to even lie. Like, I like her. Okay, that's cool. Cause I'm a monogamous woman. I don't know why I can't get my words right today. So it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm not for you, but I can still be your friend because I have respect for you because you told me the truth.
Right.
So we can still be cool, and I can still help you in different areas. Now you may not get that 100%, but I still got you if you need it. Don't call me though, talking about like, hey, I'm busy right now. I'm not gonna drop everything. It's a difference. So honesty is something big. So
before you go there, let me give you something before you go. The one thing people forget when you said you were talking about love, it says in the Bible, love is kind, love is forgiving, patient, and all that. The one thing they didn't say about love is that it was going to be easy. Yeah. They never said love was going to be easy.
Love isn't easy. And that's the thing. I feel like people look at love a whole different way. I read. So one of my books that I read was The Mastery of Love. And if you read that, then you understand that you're loving someone for who they are. Mm-hmm. You're loving them for who they are. I'm not here to change you. I'm here to make you better. I'm not here to change you in your ways because that's what makes you who you are. So I'm accepting you for who you are, but also I'm not here to possess you. You are not a possession. for me.
Right.
So I'm going to allow you to be who you are and do the things that you want to do. And I'm going to choose to love you fully, but I'm going to choose to love you in my way. So it's like, oh, that's not for me. You remember when I said the 10 and then it said, okay, you got 7 check marks. 3 of them, okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Ooh, I can't work with that. Hold on.
Mental pop the balloon.
Snap.
That's
So
all that
then
was.
it's like, okay, you know what? I still love you and I don't want to change you. You probably just ain't for me.
Right.
But that's okay because you are free. Like, love is not possession. I hate that. Like, love is not control. I'm not here to control you. Like, I'm not. Go out with your friends and have fun. I trust you because I trust me.
So you a unicorn, basically, over here just sitting in this chair, unicornish. All right, that's what she told me. That's what I heard. I heard unicorn.
Do you think men feel pressure to
She just
choose
goes-
between
she goes,
career
run past that.
success and relationship success?
One more time.
Do you think men feel pressure to choose between career success and relationship success?
1,000%. All right, I feel like men. That's just how we bred. Like that's how I was bred. That's how my grandfather was bred. Like go out there and get that money, take care of your family, be the protector, and that's what I've always known. That's what I tell my nephews. But at the same time, as a leader, you also have to empower our young women as well. You know what I'm saying? Just a sidebar. Like I told my niece last night, see what he's doing over there? You can do everything that he's doing. All right, so don't let them. Even though they're making her a little girly, and I get that. I want her to keep that side, but go out there and get it, and you can do that. But as a man, from the old school, being successful is the most important thing. And I also said today, success looks different for everybody. But you want to find your way to be successful and be an important piece to the puzzle to your family to build that family up. And a lot of men aren't doing that because they're not trained or they don't understand it. Or the one thing I'm realizing, they don't even know their own purpose. So if you don't know your own purpose, how are you supposed to lead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speak.
Oh,
You got a point.
I'm just saying, like, I see too many grown men, like, I don't know what I want to do. Well, I was an artist forever since I was a kid. That was my purpose. So the only thing I knew to do was I knew I could create, which I still do to this day. I know that I can make money with my mind. I know I'm not an idiot. So that's my starting point.
Yeah.
And then we work past that. But it's like, what is going on where grown men don't even understand who they are? And that's what we really need to get back to is doing some soul searching or getting a mentor or talking to your older brother. I just got into my younger brother's ass today. Pause. With that said, all right, I was like, you need to figure out what you're trying to do with your family. You got 2 kids, you got a little job and this, that, and the other. But what are you good at?
Yeah.
What can you monopolize? What can you, what's the word I'm looking for? There's another word. Scale. That's what it is. What can you scale? And if you don't have anything to scale, come to your older brothers. Because I feel like I'm failing if you're not coming to me, if you're not talking to me so I can make you great because you're a reflection of me. And
Yeah.
if me and Kenny is my brother and we're both doing great, that means you got that spirit inside of you. So something's missing. And we can help you if you want that help. So as men, we have to start talking to each other more and sharing stuff. And that's the problem. We don't want to share our personal fears and problems because we got too much pride. I hope I answered that question.
No, you did. You definitely did.
Kenny?
It's a lot to follow. I'm playing.
It was, Kenny.
Give me a question one more time.
That was a lot. I'm long-winded, Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm the
Do
safety
you
guy.
think men feel pressure to choose between career success and relationship success?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep it short, but coming from
That was a jab.
coming from somebody who is married, I feel like the pressure is to be a provider, but not necessarily in my marriage. I'm not pressured, but in my mind, like I'm like, I got to make this happen. I gotta get there and make this. I gotta be the provider, be the one my wife looks to make sure we are good as far as financials, as far as just us as a whole. And then, of course, being married, the love aspect is always in there. You gotta not only make sure you're providing and putting effort and focus on your job, but the relationship is just as important. Because if I'm too focused on work, then I'm not focused at all on my wife or my relationship, and it's gonna end up crumbling. And if my relationship starts crumbling, then eventually my job will also start crumbling. I can't be focused at work because I'm not whole at home. And then that's the part of where she would come in, to keep me stable. So if that's crumbling, then my job is crumbling, everything is crumbling.
So as a man, you got to learn how to balance family, work, and making sure that all works together, while also trying to keep your sanity.
Right.
Sorry. Do men get judged differently for being married versus being single?
Judged differently?
Yeah, they do. I get judged all the time. All right, people be like, "Oh, you single, 43 with no kids? What's wrong with you?" And I said,
Well, see, I was gonna say, I think it's more of it depends on what age you are.
Okay, I would say that too, because when I think about it, you're like
27.
27. So I was gonna say, because Nay is like what, 24, I think. Okay, so yeah. With that being stated, y'all are young to be married, so that's like a shocker nowadays.
A real shocker.
And y'all are happy. And y'all are having fun, and y'all are building, and y'all are living life. My girl out here doing her thing, and you are supporting her at everything. I be seeing you with the camera. You are I'm like, oh, Kenny? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes. So it's those type of things. Like, it's like, okay, you better, like that's what it's supposed to be. Y'all are teaching people what marriage looks like. Yeah. Like, for real.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes it may not be perfect, but it's like, I'll talk to her and I'm like, yeah, we gotta have a girls' night. And she's like, okay, cool. And I'm like, Nate, we just went out last night. Is that okay? Girl, Kenny don't care. And I'm like, Kenny, hi, it's me again. Is it okay? Like,
yeah.
And you like, no, you just laid back, and it's just amazing how y'all's relationship works. Like, it's no control there. Like, it's no control. It's all this happiness. It's the building together. It's the growth. So that's different for y'all age.
Right.
And then, like, but when you start getting to the late 30s and a man or a woman, because I'm not married and I got children, so I'm judged differently. Okay? So I'm judged totally different. But just know, I'm not with the fathers because I don't want to be. Just know that.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
a different thing. So don't judge me, because trust me, I'm way better than some of these people who ain't got no kids. Okay? So, needless to say, okay? Just saying. Just saying.
She said what she said.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
No, I just be seeing those posts and I be like, I don't even comment because it doesn't faze me any. But I'm like, buddy, like, trust me, I got some great qualities, way better qualities than some people. And for my age, I look good.
What is that? What age is that?
Why do I gotta tell my age?
I mean, you don't have to. No. It was just a question.
I'm 35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 35.
All right.
So, with that being stated, what's going on, Drake?
I ain't going to be asked to come back every year. I keep disrupting the show.
Right. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. So, yeah, when you start seeing that, I feel like, to my question, if I answer it, men are judged differently when they're single and not, like, they just hoeing, or they're in a relationship but they still cheating after a certain age. It's a difference. But if you're single and you like about your business and you know exactly what you want, because some men just know, like, hey, this is fun for me. But when they're lying and they cheating and they hoeing and they just, it's like, I judge them as if you insecure. That's my judgment, because I feel like you need multiple and you gotta lie.
I can see that point.
That's insecurity. But like I don't know everything about you. So I'm not going to say, oh, you 43, you have no kids. It may be the fact that you're chasing your dreams, you're focused, you're doing these things. Now you may be dating, but you already told how you're dating. Like you telling it on a podcast and I'm going to post on YouTube. So you're open about it, right? So it's a difference. It's a difference. So I feel like the judgment comes off of how the man carries themselves. And I feel like the same with women.
Right.
To be honest. I mean, I feel like the same with women. Judge because why you 40 still shaking your ass in the club? Why you 35 still shaking your ass in the club? Like, why don't you have a career? Why aren't you chasing why aren't you going after your dreams? Why aren't you in your bag just like you want a 6-figure man? What are you doing to get them 6 figures?
Why are your Instagram posts with your ass pointed to the camera?
Right.
Man? You dig what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, whoever sees this, women, please clean your house before you take pictures. Because I'm the type of dude, I'm not looking at you. I am looking at your background. And if I see a pile of dirty clothes, ma'am, no, don't talk to me. If I see dishes in the sink, don't talk to me. All right, I'm not doing that. I'm detailed oriented. All right, that's how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here and be like posing all cute and your bed is messed up. That's probably how you live all the time. That's not how we live over here. All right, we very clean, and like I put in the post, if you're gonna check a man's, toilet and his refrigerator, I'm gonna check your bed, I'm gonna check your bathroom too, and I'm gonna see if those dishes is clean. Because if you ain't doing that on a regular schedule, then you can't live with me.
What they say, cleanliness is next to godliness.
And I want to be close to God as best as I can. Exactly. I tell you that.
Exactly.
That is true,
Amen.
and I agree. And the women who be on there saying Glorilla posts, this man calling my phone ready to do. And I was like, how old are you? And then you wonder why they just want to have sex with you.
Give me a Sade post any time of day and some tea.
I got tea. Indie Sacred Sips, don't forget.
Oh,
yeah.
Shameless plug.
So anyway, do men do men have enough safe spaces to talk about love openly?
I feel like no to answer the question, but I feel like that goes back to, with bros being bros. Like, I feel like bros should have that safe space to talk about stuff like that, like anything, like love or anything, just because we usually don't have a space outside of that to talk about that stuff. Like, I love my mom, but I don't really want to talk to her about everything that's going on in my love life like I could with Dre.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that goes back to, having that type of rapport with your homies to be able to talk about stuff like that without being judged or clowned or anything like that.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Kenny. That's the main reason why I'm starting the Love Yourself podcast. All right, because we want to share those opinions. We want to share those feelings because as men, sometimes you don't know how to share that with your brother. Even if you do have good people, you may not want to share because you're like, oh, they might find me weak, or oh, these are my problems here. You might feel embarrassed. There's a lot of things that men go through that we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? What if we want to borrow money and you feel some kind of way, but I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm your brother. Whatever you need, I'm going to do it. And I just want to see results. But if we don't have a grown-up conversation or have an understanding or can't share that, man, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Like, that's what it is. Like, I tell my brothers I love them all the time. Like, I'll do whatever. Like, I don't have kids, so I'll take a bullet. I'll push everybody out of the car. I'll take the hit, all right, because I love my family. And if men could say that more and feel comfortable in the area, you know what I'm saying, I think we would get further more, and I think women would be more pleased with men once we were able to verbalize it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. No, like, seriously, it's like, I feel like everyone needs a safe space to talk about different things outside. It, like, even you said it, you are married, but sometimes you got to go to your homeboys about some stuff that's happening within your marriage because it's like, that's my best friend and I love her, but we going through this. I can't just talk to myself because, sometimes we pray to God for answers and it comes through somebody else. So, dang, you know what? Let me talk to you about this.
Yeah.
And you got to trust somebody that they going to be honest too. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest part. Like, I need you to be honest with me. Was I wrong? Am I tripping?
You know,
do I need to take accountability?
Some of it ain't just honesty. Some of it, I just had this conversation recently, and it was more like perspective.
Yeah,
It
perspective.
was a married friend. He was like, how do you feel about, do you enjoy being single?
Yeah.
And he was struggling with marriage. And I was like, he's like, bro, they out here and I'm doing all right. Like boom, right? And I'm like, cool, well, this is what you need to do. Either be in the marriage or be out of the marriage. Any which way, you're not going to be alone, all right? And the women don't like hearing this, but there's way more of y'all than there are me and Kenny's, all right? So y'all have to, y'all going to have to stumble. And the thing is, I tell women all the time, if you're not ready to put on a bulletproof vest while dating, then don't date. Stay in the house and get a cat or a puppy and go on walks and go on a life journey and be celibate. But if you want to date, you're going to get shot in the chest. All right, there's going to be some headshots, but you're going to have to get up. You can't stay in the house and be successful and think a husband's just going to fall in your lap delivering the Amazon package. Or maybe, I don't know.
Amazon Prime.
No,
I'm just playing. I'm joking.
I was about to say,
Prime me,
is
please, guys.
that the baby daddy?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, I didn't know.
I don't say baby daddy.
Oh, what do you say?
The father of my children.
That's respectable.
I can't. I'm not that type of.
Oh,
It's certain things, certain ways that
the culture. I get
it's my perception of things and how I speak. It's just so many different things, and respect, and baby daddy is just.
We know this because women don't grab chairs or do heavy lifting. We seen that earlier. We know
It's
this.
like the connotation behind the word baby daddy.
I get
It's
it.
like-
It
yeah,
is strong
it's
and
just a
negative.
lot, and the
It's triggering.
drama and all that type of things. Like, I'm more of. I've grown from that. Like, this is healthy. This is co-parenting. Please get your kids. Have fun. I don't care what happens as long as they safe. Like, it's those type of things, and it's just like, no, I want you to be a father, not a baby daddy. So you're the father of my children.
Okay.
So I don't speak baby daddy on
respect.
to that. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. But how do you each define manhood in today's world?
Kenny, I'm gonna let you have it because you married. You go ahead.
And today, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of old school with it. I follow the Bible when it comes to marriage and everything. So in the Bible, manhood is the same as what I was just talking about, being a provider, being a leader and all of that. So, I mean, that's why I feel like manhood it's not necessarily in the Bible. It's defined by getting into a marriage, getting married, being a provider, having a family or creating a family, and yeah, that's basically it. But times now are a little different. Just because I still feel the same way about that doesn't mean everybody else does.
Right.
As we can see. People are not married. They're not living by the Bible. They're not, doing. Yeah. So I think what defines manhood is just being able to not only provide for yourself, provide for other people financially, but mentally. You got to have a strong, really strong headspace. You got to know where you're going, and part of that is knowing where you've been and understanding why you were there.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how I feel about it.
No, those are really good answers. I don't know how I'm gonna follow up with that, but I'm gonna try my best, Kenny.
Yeah.
So as far as what I believe in, I tell people I ask men all the time, how many different currencies are they? And they'll be like, Japanese, this, that, and the other different. I'm like, no, there's physical currency, there's emotional currency, there's spiritual currency, and there's more. But we'll just start with those three. Mm-hmm. And as a man dealing with a woman that has kids or a woman that's going to have children, I have to understand balance. I have to understand how to navigate not just my protection, their protection, and then also having foresight in order to make sure that we have a healthy home and a protective home, because life is random. It has no schedule. Anything can happen. So my job as a man is to have that foresight, have understanding that you're going to have bad days. I need to also have understanding that I'm going to have bad days, and how do I work within myself to not push those bad days on you? So just basically having an understanding of, like a manager, understanding the playing field, that she's going to need this, he's going to need that, and I'm going to have these days. And I need to be able to explain this and have emotional intelligence so she can understand that I'm not at 100%. Can you take that other percent? Or if I'm at 70-30, if I'm at 30, you got the 70. And being able to be very vocal in my feelings, but that comes with practice. So men need to practice understanding, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and all those things. So that's what manhood. It has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with preparation.
Okay, I love that. So now it's time for my tea time.
Oh,
Tea time.
Yes. This is
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about.
closing. So tea time, I didn't actually come up with tea time. Cruz helped me with the tea time. I always have to give. Yeah, I have to always give, credit where it's due. Because I have teas. I also have a book, Echoes of Love, Lessons of Loss, on Amazon. Okay, anywho. During this time, it's just me asking just a couple of questions. Just quick answers. Okay. If your current season of life was a flavor of tea, what would it be?
Lavender for me,
Why?
because it's sweet right now and peaceful.
Okay.
Current flavor of tea. I don't really drink tea. It'd be sweet tea.
Okay. Why?
It'd be sweet tea.
It'd be
Yeah.
sweet tea.
Okay.
Because I love sweet tea, and I'm in love right now.
Oh, that was so pocket.
I don't know. It just that's how I felt like I should do it.
Yeah, okay. What's one thing you want the world to know about you beyond social media and what you just shared on this podcast?
Ooh. Let me think about it, Kenny.
I'm more interesting than I seem. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
You just gotta know me.
That's a good one, Kenny. I'm the opposite. I'm not this nice guy that you think I am. Like I was just talking to my brother today. I was like, bro, I'm a whole savage. Like, and not like in like savage like women or whatever. Just like you don't want to cross that guy's path because he's nice all the time. Like there's other sides of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a nice guy. I'm not a good guy. Or is it reverse? You was that saying?
You
Good
a-
guy, not a nice guy.
You're a good
know.
guy.
I'm a good guy, not a
Good guy,
nice
not a
guy.
nice guy.
That's what it
Okay.
is. Thank you. Yeah. I'm a thug.
Okay.
I mean, I am too. We
That's why
thugging. We thugging.
Wow. Okay.
It's gonna be a good show.
If you could brew one message of wisdom for the listeners today, what would it be?
I got this one, Kenny. Everybody deserves grace. Everybody deserves time, and no one is like the last person that you dated because they're all different people. Boom.
Clock it.
Facts. One message of wisdom. I mean, I'd say just whatever this could go towards, but just don't be afraid to take the leap.
I feel like you're talking to me, Kenny, and I
No.
appreciate that.
No.
You know, I appreciate it because I it's about that time. I've been put on the clock by all my friends.
I mean, it is by that time, but
Kenny.
but that wasn't towards you.
You just said it. We got it on camera. He's like, it is about that time. Yeah.
It's all right though. You taking, I believe you should also take your time.
Thank
though.
you, Kenny.
Don't rush into it.
Cool.
Well, I want to thank you both for coming on to my podcast.
So welcome.
This episode shows that whether married or single, it's all about self-love, growth, alignment, and just knowing what you want and who you are in life. Taking what you do at work, putting it towards life,
Yeah.
and all of life experiences making it to be the best life that you can have. You know, I feel that way. Growing with it and just a lot of different things. Y'all have given a lot of perspective to my listeners, and I thank you so much for that. From a single man to a married man.
Very welcome.
Definitely great insight. Hopefully women can listen to this and understand different things from both perspectives, and understand men in a whole different light, because a lot of times, you know, women don't understand the impact that they may have on a man as well. A lot of times men don't get enough love, enough questions, enough understanding. Men are always expected to carry the world on their backs and to just be okay and be strong all the time. And it's like, when you show, like, darn, hold on, I'm not feeling 100%, then you're judged for it, you know? So it's hard for you guys.
Right.
And it's hard whether you're married or single. So I'm glad that I could bring you all on to shed some light in those areas and to give men a platform as well, not just women. That's what I'm all about. Like, everybody is equal. And I thank you guys. I hope that this episode was good for you guys and good for my listeners as well.
I'm gonna bring you on my show.
Oh,
When I get it, when I love yourself.
I'll definitely come on.
Most definitely.
I definitely will. Well, thank you guys so much. And thank you, listeners. Before we go, give your tags or your social media tags.
Cool. Andre Perry at the great _ Andre Perry. Go check me out. And Let Loose Painting, where I do paint parties as well. Hey.
Kenny Main on Instagram.
Kenny Man.
Yeah, Kenny Main.
I knew that.
Listen.
It was how you said it. It was just wild.
Right.
Kenny Main on Instagram. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, follow, comment. If you all have questions for them, please. I could do some lives with you guys and answer some questions. So make sure y'all comment, engage, all that other good stuff. Thank you again for coming on.
Very
Peace,
welcome.
love, and light.